Hi guys, it's Jelly from Feeling Jelly Arts here, and this time around we are actually not going anywhere since it is finally time for my favorite convention of the year. We are doing Nekocon, my hometown convention, so let's get to it. First and foremost, the most important update I have to make is the fact that both of our cats are finally all well and there is no more issues with either of them. After all of the hassle and all of the vet visits, it just makes me super happy to know that both of them are fine now and peace has returned to our everyday life. With that out of the way, Nekocon is only 2 weeks away from now, and I have actually started to receive some of the new merch, and I have also received some new price tags. I have to pack some mystery bags for this event, and also I'm taking part in stamp rally for the first time ever, actually also organizing it, so that is also something super exciting. And yeah, there's just a lot going on. I even had to make like a list to memorize everything that I'm supposed to be doing before the event. That is basically all the intro I'm gonna give you guys. For now, let's get to doing instead of talking, so let's go. Okay, so I have a box of new merch over here, and I have to say that no matter how many boxes I get, it never gets any less exciting. I did take a little peek into it already, but now let's dig into it together. Noki is also here, trying to help. Always helping. Let's dig into it. Like I mentioned before, I am also taking part in a stamp rally this summer, actually 2 stamp rallies. Both of them are Gachagita themed, of course. What else would I want to draw this summer? And so these are my prizes for the stamp rally at Nekocon, the ammo pin and also a Gita sticker. And the theme is party, so that is what we're going with. This Gita sticker is actually has clear edges, so that is something a bit different from me. Also, for the other stamp rally, I made this acrylic pin. It's also something new for me, and the theme for this stamp rally is duos with alternative street clothes, so also something a bit different. I'm super excited with how this turned out. Maybe I will make acrylic pins also in the future. So I just went through the 3 new bag designs that I got. The cat paw, also Gachagita and Bungo Stray Dogs. And I have been pleasantly surprised again with a few extra. I got 10 of the cat paws when I was supposed to get just 5. I think it's a really cute design, so I hope people will be grabbing them. So since at Nekocon I have a big enough table to fit extra things, I usually also pack some mystery bags, and that is what we are doing here. I had a pre-made list of items that I wanted to pack in the bags. So first you see me collecting everything, and then we are getting straight to packing. I make both these small bags and also huge mega bags for this convention. So today I got a package, and it was my new Rudo prints. I wasn't supposed to make this image into any products, but since I love it so much, I decided to make a small batch of small prints. So just to see how it does. I feel like it's such a cute design. In the same package, I was supposed to receive our stamp rally cards for Nekocon, but they didn't arrive, and instead the second part of the shipment has returned to Germany for who knows what reason. So basically it is now kind of lost. I hope it still arrives, but this is so weird when ordering from Pixart Printing, which these prints are from. They do not send everything in one box. Instead, they do multiple boxes, even though these were also the same size as these more prints. I don't just know what is with them, but I'm hoping that the other box arrives as well and we get our stamp rally cards. I also got a new information sheet for all of my pillow designs. So even though I can build the shelf on my display for the pillows, not all of them fit up there, so I have this. The old one was pretty cut up and beat after selling out so many old pillow designs, so I just had to make a new one. I still have quite a lot of last ones left, so I think I have to either cut this up really soon as well or just keep making new ones this fall. In the future, I really want to rotate out pillow designs much quicker and actually get new ones in much faster as well. So that is a change that's gonna happen for the pillows now. And speaking of pillows, I also have two new pillow designs. Here they are. I wonder if you can see them even. So I haven't posted these anywhere yet, and I find it kind of exciting to keep some kind of secrets every now and then, and I think I might have to just post them before the convention, but for now these are my little secret. In the future, I'm also hoping to make like beaker stickers, so I have tried out with this one Naruto design. This I originally drew also for our stamp rally cards, but thought that it would work also as a beaker, so I tried 3 different sizes. This one is massive, it's like 30 centimeters wide. The second size is about 15 centimeters and the small one is about 10 centimeters. And I think the middle size would work great as a beaker. Now I just have to find a manufacturer that can make them this size. Unfortunately, for Grace, who I normally use, doesn't make them this kind of big size, so have to ask around for different menus. This is actually quite exciting. I wasn't expecting this package until August, so I received a restock of my Sakura patch and also brand new sushi themed patches. I was planning to sell them first at Närcon, but since they are now here, I am going to include them for Nekocon and also for Närcon. The box of stamp cards has arrived, so let's open it. Luckily it wasn't that badly lost, so it's only a few days later than the previous box. Let's see. So this is the design that I made for the stamp rally. This is where we will be stamping, and just to show all of the prices, as you can see, Nekocon takes place in 2 different buildings. So we have the maps here, and I also included this kind of little checkbox that when people have received the prices, if they want to keep the card, I can just check in the box so that I know that they are not given the price twice. I think they turned out really cute, so I'm happy. This is like my first time designing a stamp rally card, and I wanted to put in a bit extra effort, and I think they turned out really cute. So So Nekocon is celebrating its 20th birthday this year, and actually 20 years ago Nekocon was one of the first conventions here in Finland. There only had been a few before Nekocon, and back then it was a huge discussion that should there be multiple conventions in Finland, and obviously the answer is yes, we need more of them all the time. New ones keep popping up every year, so it is obvious that there is a demand for so many conventions. I actually personally had the pleasure of being a part of the first Nekocon. I was really young back then, but it was the first convention that I ever attended, and I was so happy. Even a small, tiny jelly was super excited to be part of this kind of community. So it is not a secret that I have been also organizing Nekocon for a few years now, and unfortunately this is the first year when I'm not organizing. I just had too much on my plate, so I had to drop it, but this convention is still really near and dear to my heart. I have to admit that I did make a lot of good friends in the organizing committee, and I have not met them as regularly as I did in the past, so it has been kind of sad, but at least now in this convention I get to meet them again and chat with them again, and I get to see what kind of convention they are making without me, and I am just super happy also over this side of this convention. So all of the cotton filling I ordered finally arrived. I was a bit worried for a moment since it took so long for them to actually send it. This bag is also filled with cotton. I purchased a new bag for traveling with the pillows, and it is now 1/3 bigger than the bag I previously used, so 5 kilos went in easily, and I can still keep adding more. This amount is for Nekocon and the bag is for Närcon, so I had to order 10 kilos of filling altogether. And of course, Naki is also interested. Naki! Okay guys, I am ready here to start packing. It is Tuesday morning, the week of Nekocon, so let's get to it. So here is everything I'm taking with me, plus an extra cardboard box for all of the pillows. It is kind of a lot, but I could pack kind of loosely just since this is a hometown convention and I can go grab anything that I need whenever I need. So this is everything we are going with. And as per usual, Mohi is here. And it is already Friday. The week has gone past so fast. I have actually done everything except for convention stuff. I've been baking cakes, I have met my relatives, I have even washed my 2 cats. So there has been a lot going on that is not convention related. But today is the setup day, and Rota is coming at about 2 o'clock by train, and then we are heading straight to doing the setup. And in the evening we are celebrating. Since a few of us in the same friend group have our birthdays here in July, we are celebrating with the cakes that I have baked. It is good to kind of fuss about things aside from conventions for a while. I do not feel stressed at all for Nekocon. I know it is going to go well, and I guess the part that I usually stress about is to travel, and since there is no travel this time around, I feel like it's such a huge relief, and I feel like everything is going to go just fine. Yeah, so I still have some more errands to run, and I will get to those, and then we are heading to do the setup. Okay, the car has been packed and it is so freaking hot day. We are now heading out to pick up Rota. Okay, we are here. Rota is here as well and it is sunny and hot, and now we are heading out to set up the table. Okay, and after 2 hours we are done. So unfortunately I packed too relaxed and forgot the big stickers, so we have to bring those in tomorrow. Also for tomorrow we have to put up a bit more of the price tags. But aside from that, it is pretty much finished. We have to figure out a way to close those mega mystery packs, and I still have to fetch everyone else's prices for the stamp rally, but that's about it. So now we say goodnight for the stand and we are covering it with the sheet and heading out to eat. So bye bye table. Okay, good morning. It is now day 1 and we are about ready to head out to Musiikkikeskus and just chilling here with Noki. And I have not slept so well, even though I somehow imagined that getting to sleep in my own bed would mean that I get great night's rest, but I slept really restlessly. I guess the convention jitters finally got to me and I got some kind of nervous for right before heading to bed. There have been quite a lot of small things circling around in my head, like I need to take with me some items this morning. I have to remember all of those things, like black Sharpies and something to write on and stuff like that, so I still have to remember to take all of those. And I'm also kind of nervous for the stamp rally, so those things are making me a bit nervous, but I think it will be just fine. Yesterday I had so many wholesome conversations with my fellows from the organizing committee. One of them even said, "Please return to us." I was always the voice of reason according to them, and they are now lacking that, and it is kind of chaotic, but it seems like the convention is getting organized just fine even without me. So soon we are heading out and starting the day. So let's go. And we are here. Now I am getting Rota to set up the stickers and I'm running out myself for handing out the stamp rally cards to everyone participating in the stamp rally. Okay, let's run. I even put on my yukata this morning. So let's head out to the artist alley. And we are back. My run was successful. So as we still have some more time left, I made Rota pack up those prize bags. There is still one more prize to be added, but at least they are now packing them, and it is actually quite humid here in the hall. Not that hot, but just really humid. Let me show you guys. The prints are once again bending, similarly to Hypecon. I almost ran out of space, so this is how we are displaying the stamp rally. I put up my prizes here, and I guess there is kind of space for other prizes as well, but let's keep it that way for now. So now we just finish everything off, and then we're waiting to open. It is now 10 a.m., so we are technically open, but of course it takes a while for attendees to come from the front door. There was a queue, so that is a good sign. It has promised rain for the entire weekend, but at least for now, sun is kind of shining and it is half cloudy, but looks still decent. Okay, we are now 30 minutes into the convention, and we surprisingly started with a pillow sale. And it has been a busy 30 minutes. Now the opening ceremony has started, so it got a bit more quiet, but it looks like it's gonna be turning out to be a great day, and even the sun is shining still outside, so even the weather is blessing us. We are now about 2 hours into the show, and it has been really steady, maybe with some slow moments, but that is to be expected. Usually the busiest time is between 1 and 3 p.m, so that's what we're expecting today as well. It is now about 1 p.m, so 3 hours into the show, and as you can see, the sun is still shining. It should be raining in the afternoon. Should be, but let's see. The cosplay catwalk just started, and the hall is pretty much empty right now. Let's hope that there is still a surge of people after the show. So I saw some coasters who had a brush buddy with them, and I just said I love brush buddy so much, and they gave me this pen. These are the guys. Look at him, he's so cute. It is now 2:30, and surprisingly, Kachiakuta has not been too popular in this event, and that means our stamp rally has unfortunately not done too well. I'm also surprised by how few familiar faces I have seen so far. Where are all of my Kuopio people? The sky looks like it's gonna rain any minute now. And this is the weather like 15 minutes later. We are getting heavy rain and even some lightning. Yay! Right now we are in the last hour of Saturday, and we are still quite far from the goal that I had set for the day, but if it's busy, we're gonna reach it. If it's slow like it has been, we are not going to reach the goal. The problem right now is that it is raining so hard that people are not moving between the buildings, and I know there are a lot of people in the Artist Alley building, so that is a definite downside. So hope we get some sales for the last hour, and then we are heading home. I definitely hope that when we are going home it doesn't rain as hard, because if it does, we are getting drenched. It is low enough for Rota to start knitting. Look what's here. We say good night to the table. Okay, good morning. It is now day 2. We are here quite early. It's only 9 a.m. and there is very few people here at this time in the morning, but I just wanted to come in and talk about some of the stuff that happened yesterday. So the sales were not that great yesterday, and I was expecting a lot better, and it is actually the first time this year that a convention has done worse for me than the previous year. Of course, we have today still left to go, but I do not think it's gonna be any better than yesterday's numbers. We are so far off from last year that we are not going to catch up. So I think a lot of the shows or the events program is geared towards audiences that might not fit my target audience so perfectly. There is a lot of Pokemon themed events going on, and of course I have nothing Pokemon themed. Also, there is a maid cafe and idol festa, and those are both things that I do not have anything in common with, so that might be one reason why I'm down on sales. Also, unfortunately yesterday our stamp rally didn't do so well. It seems like Gachikuta was not very popular in this weekend's convention, unfortunately, but we have learned from that, and I guess this was my first stamp rally, and it was still exciting. It was still fun to take part, and I just hope that we do better maybe in the future with those. But yeah, today the convention has still a chance to redeem itself. It has still been fun, even though a bit slow yesterday, and the fun part has been that we have sold a lot of pillows yesterday, and also most of the big mystery bags have sold, so that is also great news for me. I don't have to take those back home. They are a pain to store and travel with, so that is great for me. I don't have to bring them back home. Aside from not having the stamp rally left for today, the table is pretty much the same as yesterday. There are still plenty of small mystery bags left, and everything else we have left as well. So now we are just waiting to start the second day of the show. So we are opening in a few minutes, and it feels super humid inside. It has been raining all night, and if we add body heat to this strange, really damp weather, I think it's gonna be really interesting climate inside the building. I was thinking that maybe people might not be coming so early today since it is such a bad weather, but it looks like we have a queue, so we can see the queue from our booth, and there was even a longer queue for the building with the artist alley, and this is the queue for the main building. I'm surprised people are willing to queue outside in the rain. But yeah, now we just wait for the event to begin. So as soon as the doors opened, people rushed to the queue for Q&A and the anime music video competition tickets. And this is the way I remember the mornings of Nekocon being. A friend swung by and brought me souvenirs from Japan, some Mofu Sando themed stuff. I just love Mofu Sando so much. Thank you! So we are now about 1.5 hours into the show, or the Sunday of the show, and the sales have been steady, kind of slow, but decent anyway. And the worst part is that it is so freaking cold that I even had to put on my hoodie, and I hope that I don't get sick after standing in the cold here for the entire day. It is now 1:30 and the anime music video competition just ended. Before that it was quite slow, and now there are a lot of people in the room, but they are just not shopping with me, and that is also perfectly fine. So we are just now waiting for the show to end. It has been quite slow and I'm just ready to go home and rest. And even though I am ready to do that, we still have about 2.5 hours left of the event. If you are wondering if you should get a card reader or not for Finnish conventions, I can tell you some numbers. These past 2 days I have made 60% of my sales with card sales, and only about 40% has been cash. And sometimes the numbers are 50-50, and other times the card reader is more dominant, maybe like 75-25%. And so I definitely recommend having at least some sort of virtual payment available. It is now a bit over 3 p.m. and we did get one final rush of people. It is almost time for the ending ceremony, so after that I think it's gonna be quite slow to 4 when we are closing, and I guess we are then packing up really quickly and then heading home. And this is now the last look at the table. As we are finished, we sold all of the big mystery bags, and otherwise it is pretty much the same. Now I say bye bye to the table. It is now Monday afternoon, the day after Nekocon, and while I am not ready to speak about Nekocon yet, I have no choice since tomorrow I am already heading out to Närcon and I have to get this out of my chest, out of my system. So let's talk about it. So unfortunately Nekocon did not feel like it usually does for me this weekend. It is usually my favorite convention of the year and I just feel like so energetic during the event, but this time around I hit some kind of lows. We of course didn't do so well sales wise, but also the event itself just didn't feel like it has in the past years. It might be due to the fact that I was not organizing it myself this year, so I could not feel the hype of succeeding with the event. Also, the weather was super bad the entire weekend except for the Saturday morning and of course setup day on Friday. It is now again sunny outside, but during the weekend we had such heavy rainfall that it kind of made the mood a bit worse. I don't know how else to say it, but even a past head organizer mentioned before that they do not remember a Nekocon with bad weather, and this was definitely one of those. Or maybe the first one of those, I guess. Yeah, I also have Närcon already in my mind, already during the weekend, since it is such a big event. It's really far away from me, and there's all these kind of things that can go wrong with it, and that is definitely stressing me out. Even though I'm really excited to go as well, but that kind of also puts a sour note to the event this past weekend. And of course, we also had the stamp rally on Saturday, and unfortunately, it was not popular at all. We only got to give out a few of the prizes, and now we are left with plenty of overstock. And it was fun organizing it. I got to know a few of my colleagues a bit better, and I just feel like you live and you learn, and it was a new experience for me, and I hope the next one goes a bit better. But yeah, I'm not that sad about it kind of failing, but of course you always hope that if you do something and put your heart and soul into it, it goes really well. So I hope just that my fellow participants do not feel bad about the end result, and that I can still take part in some future stamp rallies that hopefully go better. So even though the sales were maybe not the best they have been this past weekend, this is still my hometown convention, and it is always worth my time. Since my costs are considerably lower for this event, I did still make a decent profit. The total sales were about 2,700 euros, and after reducing my costs, which were the table fee, the traveling cost for my helper, and my helper's pay, so not that much. And of course, taxes. I always forget to mention the taxes. I made about 1,700 euros, which is still a great profit. In the future, I definitely hope that I can get accepted again. I really like to do Nekocon, despite this year maybe being a bit low point. I do think that in the future we will do great again at this event. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment or subscribe, and I will definitely leave all the links to my other socials down below so you can check them out. Without further ado, I am going to now focus on going to Närcon. So if you are going, hope to see you there. And otherwise, now I say goodbye.